We have a new spot right now, so, and then,
And
we're
where are you
looking.
guys live streaming? Are you guys live streaming?
Okay. On the Cocopah now, or?
Right
Okay.
there.
Okay.
On the Cocopah now and Facebook.
Okay. And we can talk about that as well. It's up to you if you want to put those on or not. It's up to you. Okay. I'll just tell us when we're coming back on. I think shortly.
It's so loud. Jeez.
I can turn it
already
down.
Turned it down.
You did? Okay. From Somerton, so I guess you could say it's also What's Up Somerton today.
It is. I know.
So we have Jonathan Athens, the Director of Communications for the Cocopah Indian originally.
Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
Columbus, Ohio. And I basically, the farthest west, one of these days. And I've been very fortunate in my life. I've had different opportunities. Serving in the military, worked as a contractor, pretty much every aspect of media and media production, whether it be media production or media relations. I had never set foot in Yuma. And I came here son, and I didn't look back. I've traveled around. I spent half my career in print before, and you know what I say. I didn't leave journalism. Journalism left me.
Yes.
And so we are operating in their product on the web, find newer and better ways to engage our audience.
Yeah.
And Juana Geck is communications specialist. She happens to be directing this live. And this was an example that we did together, and it was an EPO story that you were covering. Or Joe and Jen, all SPOT EPO directors, sat down and talked about the story at the intersection of journalism and environmental protection. And that type of engagement brings them to talking with them.
Right. It's a discussion because obviously, you know, whether it's print or broadcast, we are limited in terms of space, lines on the paper, which we're on as well. We're able to have that, longer discussion and get more into not just the headlines or like the sensationalism of what's the...
And that's why I'm a huge NPR fan, because in order for us to have a healthy, open, and prosperous community, we have facts or material facts. But being able to put things into context and your trust, earning your trust, that's everything about what we do in media and journalism is what that is. So right now, oversight. We need editorial oversight so we can see another perspective. Is there something for what you do?
Yes.
How did you go from the Yuma Sun to the Cocopah tribe?
Yeah,
How did that work?
Well, I'm still there, 13 years. So Juana's going upon her 18 years at the end of April. So we've had great opportunities. And the reason is because we have the support of our administration, the departments, and they tell their stories in their own words.
Can you tell our audience what you do exactly for the tribe and what you're
PSAs. During COVID, we were doing PSAs in conjunction with the Somerton Cocopah Fire Department, with the Cocopah Police, with the Somerton Police. So everything shifted when COVID hit. For example, the census in 2020, okay? We had Cocopah tribal members who were, for the first time in Cocopah's history of the census, we achieved 100 people. We did the public service announcement. We did this, and we made it have a clear message.
Right.
It can be effective, very effective.
Right. And we know that, it's one thing for us or KYMA is if you hear directly from the community, in your case, of the Cocopah, that's, I think, the most powerful way to get them.
I tell you right now, when we look at the numbers, the number of hits that we get, all right, children learning about culture, those activities, and Miss Cocopah hit the high numbers because of one thing: they're engaging.
Cocopah now, how that got started.
It was a Canon Rebel. At any rate, so we basically did a short video, and it was a event at the quarter, and then we got more. have the support of the council and the Cocopah people. That's how we were able to high definition
A
cameras.
drone.
We got drone, yeah.
Okay.
You're as good as you want to be.
Yes.
Was there something you had to do to kind of bridge the gap for the elders in the tribe?
Came in. The first thing we would do is take them to the Cocopah Museum, and they would talk to Joe, okay, who is our museum manager. He's a Cocopah tribal member. And when you look at this, you also come to the realization that 100 years ago is not that long ago. Cocopah celebrated their. That's the amazing thing. You realize.
Yes.
So it's really a life-changing experience. You learn so much just by listening.
Environmental work out in the Cocopah tribe, what that is, what that looks like.
Yeah, Jen is our environmental protection director. We've had great EPO directors, and Jen really is passionate about what she does.
Mhm.
And you'll get to see more of her. We just did that ecological restoration work, local and nonprofit groups over that event. And you were out there.
Yeah.
On the north.
Can you explain what that project was?
That project was the North Project, 40 acres.
Yeah.
And they're going to continue with it. And they
Yeah.
also have projects on the north that you've seen as environmental restoration. The other part of that is resiliency. To restore the land is the resiliency that what you have created, what you have restored, continues on for the years to come. That's partly what goes there. That's what's so critical. 30 of them, exact.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But we're hoping to get more next year. That was the very
Okay.
first time we did that. And we did that, it was with Jen, restoration projects.
Yeah. So we're going to take a break, and then when we come back on the other half, we'll hear more about what's going on at the Cocopah.
Absolutely.
All right. We'll come back on What's Up Yuma Radio. Cool.
Active shooter incident
Oh,
management
yeah,
training.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was in February. That was 3 days. It was in
Recently at the Cocopah, you want to tell us about the active shooter training?
Yes, this was the active shooter incident management. This is a FEMA class. It was held in the River Room at the casino in late February. It was 3 days.
Wow.
Intense training, hands-on in real time. We had event, a hostage event, and what's called a complex coordinated attack. That's basically terrorism, okay? And these were real scenarios that we played. Everyone had to play their role. And we had to do this as to what first responders have to deal with. What has happened here is with active shooters, with terrorism, police and paramedics and firefighters have had to change their strategy and the time you respond. The faster and the sooner you respond, the better the outcome. The second concept behind it is this: stop the killing in order to stop the dying. That are the core principles that we were, and I think we're going to do more of it. I mean, we had really good turnout, and it was outstanding training. Everyone walked away having learned a lot on those.
Right? The Earth Day?
Earth Day, third annual Cocopah Earth Day Festival. It's going to be Saturday the 18th, and it's going to start at 10, and it's going to close at 3. The reason we put on these festivals on a Saturday before the real Earth Day is we want as many people to have the opportunity to come out and have fun. It's free. And we do our part to put our money where our mouth is by reducing plastics, having healthy snacks. We have live music. We're going to have the Humane Society of Yuma, also the petting farm, and we've got live bands. And again, it's free, it's fun, it's for the whole family. I want you to come out and enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
And celebrate Mother Earth.
Very much so. So in the time we have left, tell us what you've learned about yourself and the community.
We're an international community. When you look at Yuma County, we have two sovereign nations, Quetzal and Cocopah, our proximity to the border, Mexico. We're not a single, we are unique for Yuma. So looking at that, we've got a big future, and we're just trying to get to that next pillar. We've got 3 pillars to our economy, with government, with ag, and with tourism. And now we're going to see how it's going to go. There's been this talk about the spaceport. That's one that's been discussed a lot lately. Mm-hmm. But I think there's a lot to be done and a lot that can be done. I think this is a very solid community where we are in it together.
Work that the Cocopah government is doing, like the tribal council, anything they're working on, or any like partnerships or relationships with like local officials, local elected officials.
Well, we're finishing up a solar project. We've got a solar project that is going to the conference center that's being built right now next to the casino. We're going to be
what it is.
Yeah,
okay.
It's a huge facility. It's state of the art. For the next 2 years, it's going to have public safety and.
Does the city of Somerton growing more, does that also benefit you guys as a tribe? Do you guys work together?
We're there together, hand in hand. They are partners, or community partners. We also have coming up, ready for this, the 25th anniversary of the Started with the City of Somerton. And beforehand, Cocopah had a volunteer fire department, and Somerton had a volunteer fire department. But when they came to a memo of understanding, it's an amazing story. It's a great partnership, and it's made a difference. Yeah, for everyone.
So are there any dates for like the 25th celebration and then the ribbon cutting? Are there dates? I've reported before when I talked to the Somerton, Cocopah, and other fire departments, there's a countywide mutual aid agreement because at least when the border was busy and there were migrants, then it might be Somerton, Cocopah, it might be as far as Yuma. They have to like share resources because they do have that turnover issue and hiring issue and retainment and recruiting and all that good stuff.
Okay, so we're a part of it. We're a part of it. It's all integrated with everyone here. And that's what you need for public health and for public safety. That's critical. You can't cut corners out with. And what that stand down was, it has an interesting history. It goes way back to World War I even, and to Vietnam War. And it has evolved in time, again, providing services for veterans. The first one for homeless veterans was done in, I believe, it is that we bring those resources together to meet their needs. It's a great thing to do, and it's going to
like mental health, which obviously is very important for anyone, but also for veterans. And also, I think I went out to an event at the Cocopah within the veteran community. I think I saw something like a statistic veterans are more like 50% more likely or higher to commit
classes that wanted to help and make a difference. And we filled up. We filled every slot. We were glad to do it. We'll probably host it again because the need is there. And the community is...
Let our listeners and viewers know how they can get more information on the Cocopah Indian tribe, how they can follow Cocopah Now, how they can sign up for the newsletter. I know there's a newsletter aspect of that as well that has
your contact information with third-party providers. You can also find us on all major platforms, SoundCloud, Stitcher, all of them, including Facebook. We have our Facebook page, numerous Facebook pages, and then we also have our YouTube. Our news brand is Cocopah Now. There you go.
Cocopah Now. I mean, Jonathan, what do you enjoy the most about what you do?
Just doing it. Every day is a new adventure. Every day is something different. It's never the same. Every day you're doing something different, and that's great, and that's fun.
And who are interested in our Yuma County history need to know that.
You can find the museum on Cocopah.com. If you go under departments and just go down the list, you'll see the hot link that says Cocopah Museum. Click on that, and that'll give you all the information about the hours and the location. And they don't charge for it. They don't charge for the tours, but it's a great opportunity. We also get a lot of school children coming over to us to see the traditional house that's built.
Right, to learn the history, to hear from elders, maybe directly in some cases.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to share about the Cocopah? Any events?
Maybe Earth Day again.
Well, Earth Day is coming up Saturday, April 18th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the West Reservation. Very fitting. Water is life.
It is.
Very important, and very much so with,
That's right.
With everything going on with the Colorado River and making sure we'll have that water we need. Well, thank you so much, Jonathan Athens from the Indian tribe.
But it's a little controversial. This is Yuma, Arizona. Cooler than you think. It wasn't that way before.
We have to do the legal read. So What's Up Yuma Radio is a production of KWC. We broadcast from studios in the Matador Activity Center at Arizona Western College in Yuma.